Hi folks, my name is Doug Sheppers. I work for W3C, a web standards organization, and I'm going to talk to you today about accessible data visualization and about some projects related to accessible data visualization. So, what is data visualization? Obviously, data visualization are things like bar charts, pie charts, scatter plots, things that are really valuable for science, really valuable for disseminating information, and things that are becoming much more popular on the web, especially with libraries like D3, which many newspapers use to make sort of interactive data visualizations. Um, at W3C, we're working on a way to make data visualizations accessible to blind people. So blind people typically interact with a web page through something called a screen reader. What is a screen reader? A screen reader is simply a piece of software like a web browser that looks at what is on the screen and it reads it aloud to the blind user. So I'm going to show you an example. Mac has a native screen reader called VoiceOver, and I'm going to show you a demo of what that looks like or sounds like. Here we go. I'm just going to activate that. It'll just take a moment to initialize.
VoiceOver on Chrome. Data visualization window. Data visualization. Collapsed HTML content has keyboard focus.
All right.
Data visualization. Collapsed HTML content. Data visualization. Collapsed HTML content. Collapsed heading level 1. Data visualization. Data visualizations can be very helpful for conveying information. It can make it easier to understand ideas and patterns more quickly and easily. But some people can't see the information if it's only presented visually, such as with this PNG image. Bar chart of hours working on this presentation by day. Collapsed image.
All right, so I'm just going to stop the screen
off.
reader. So you can see that when you just have a raster image, something like a PNG or a JPEG or a GIF, the screen reader can't do much with that. It can tell you what the person put in the alt text or in the title, or it can read out the web page, but it can't do much more than that. So I'm not going to use the native screen reader for this demo. I'm going to use a web app called Describler, which is an experimental screen reader that I have made just to explore how we can make data visualizations with SVG accessible. So you can upload an SVG file with Describler, but I'm just going to load one of the ones I have preloaded on my website. I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to tab through this. So typically the blind user will use the tab key to navigate to different parts of a web page, and so we're going to tab into this image, this SVG bar chart. This is the same bar chart, but it's made in SVG rather than PNG. So we're going to navigate in.
Chart time spent on creating a presentation. Options: press 1 for chart statistics, press 2 for data points from lowest to highest, press 3 for data points from highest to lowest, press 4 for trend sonification.
So it already started reading some of this chart. There's a few options here, but we're going to dig right into the chart itself. We're going to navigate into the chart using the tab key. So first we hit tab.
X-axis weekdays 4 items ranging from Saturday to Tuesday. Options: press 1 for axis labels.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and press 1.
X-axis weekdays 4 items ranging from Saturday to Tuesday with the following labels: Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Options: press 1 for axis labels.
Okay, so the blind user now knows we have this x-axis and it has these labels. So they sort of are building up a data space of what's going on in this image. All right, we'll move on to the next axis. Hit the tab key.
Y-axis, hours working on this presentation, 12 items, ranging from 0 to 12. Options: press 1 for axis labels.
Okay, so here we're not going to read out the numbers 1 through 12. A blind user knows the numbers 1 through 12. We're just going to go ahead and jump into the data itself. All right, tab.
Data point 1 of 4, Saturday, 8 hours. Options: press 1 for more details, press 2 for comparison to other data points.
Okay, we're going to press 2 for comparison to other data points.
Saturday, 8 hours. This is 1 1/3 the value of Sunday, 1 7/9 the value of Monday, and 2/3 the value of Tuesday. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
So you see already we've navigated into the chart itself and we've been able to compare that value, the initial value, with all the other values in the chart. So this is the kind of in-depth exploration that we can allow for screen readers using SVG. So we're going to move on to the next data item. Hit the tab key.
Data point 2 of 4, Sunday, 6 hours. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
Okay, we're going to press 1 for more details here.
Sunday, 6 hours. This is a decrease of 2 from the last value of 8. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
So you see it got the context there. It said, okay, we're on Sunday. We're going to compare this item to the previous values. So the user will know, okay, so the value is decreasing. Let's go ahead to the next item.
Data point 3 of 4, Monday, 4.5 hours. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
Okay, so we're going to hit 1 more time.
Monday, 4.5 hours. This is a decrease of 1.5 from the last value of 6. This is the lowest value. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
So again, we've not only said this is a decrease of 1.5 from the previous value. So again, they know the value is going lower. But we've also said this is the lowest point on the chart. This is contextual information that is extremely useful to somebody who can't just look at the chart and see what is the highest value, what is the lowest value. Okay, we're going to hit the tab one more time.
Data point 4 of 4, Tuesday, 12 hours. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
Okay, we're going to hit 1 more time to find out some more details.
Tuesday, 12 hours. This is an increase of 7.5 from the last value of 4.5. This is the highest value. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
So we're going to hit 2 just for fun to hear a comparison with the other data points.
Tuesday, 12 hours. This is 1 1/2 the value of Saturday, 2 times the value of Sunday, and 2 2/3 the value of Monday. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
So we see not only do we know this is the highest value, but we know that it's twice the median value, twice or it's more than twice the previous value, the lowest value. So you can see how we're navigating around this chart and finding out pieces of information about each data point, not just getting a summary of the data points, but hearing a summary and being able to navigate around. We can even go backwards.
Data point 3 of 4, Monday, 4.5 hours. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
All right, we're going to press 1 here.
Monday, 4.5 hours. This is a decrease of 7.5 from the last value of 12. This is the lowest value. Options. Press 1 for more details. Press 2 for comparison to other data points.
So you see it said this is a decrease of 7.5 from the previous value. In this case, it's not talking about Sunday, the value that came before it in the sequence, but Tuesday, the value that you were just navigating from. So it actually understands not only that particular point, but also the navigation context, how you're traveling through the document. And this can be really key for a user who needs a lot of context to understand the relationship of one item to another. All right, so let's go ahead and navigate forward and listen to some of the statistics that we heard about earlier. So here we go.
Accessible chart time spent on creating a presentation. Options. Press 1 for chart statistics. Press 2 for data points from lowest to highest. Press 3 for data points from highest to lowest. Press 4 for trend sonification.
Let's go ahead and press 2 and listen to the points from lowest to highest.
Chart time spent on creating a presentation. Lowest to highest. Monday, 4.5 hours. Sunday, 6 hours. Saturday, 8 hours. Tuesday, 12 hours. Options, press 1 for chart statistics, press 2 for data points from lowest to highest, press 3 for data points from highest to lowest, press 4 for trend sonification.
Okay, so that's really great. We can rearrange them in any order and we still get the context. It said Monday, 4.5 hours, Sunday, 6 hours, etc. It didn't just give you a bunch of values, it gave them to you in their context, what category in this case they belong to, which day they belong to. So let's listen to some statistics. We have the data in here. We have all the numbers in here. We should be able to find out things like lows and highs and other statistics. I press 1.
Chart time spent on creating a presentation, bar chart with 4 data points. The highest value is 12 and the lowest value is 4.5 with a range of 7.5. The average is 7.63, the median is 7, and the total is 30.5. Options, press 1 for chart statistics, press 2 for data points from lowest to highest, press 3 for data points from highest to lowest, press 4 for trend sonification.
So you see, this is actually more useful to a blind user than maybe even to a sighted user because it has pulled out all the numbers and it's generated statistics on them. So it tells you not only the highest and the lowest values and the spread between those values, but it also tells you the mean, the median. It can tell you other information. So this is really valuable information, not only for a blind user, of course, but for any user. One thing we still don't have that data visualization provides for a sighted user is a sense, a gist of the flow of the data. So a sighted user will look at this chart and say, okay, so we have a fairly high value, then the value decreases over time gradually, and then there's a sharp increase. And that's not something that's very easy to convey to a blind user. We could try to characterize it that way, but for complex charts, it's not really very easy to sort of put into simple terms what the chart looks like. So there's a technique called sonification, and sonification is changing things from one sense to another. So changing things from a visual sense, for example, to an auditory sense. So in this case, we want to sonify the trend and let them hear the trend, not in words, but in sound. And I'll just press 4 for the sonifier. It's going to find a trend line. Okay, so it took that trend line and it ran a cursor along it and it said, I'm going to start with this sound value. I'm going to slowly decrease the frequency and then I'm going to increase the frequency so that they get the sense. So it goes again. Let's play that one more time. Let's start here.
Data point 1 of 4, Saturday, 8 hours. Options, press 1 for more details, press 2 for comparison to other data points.
Okay, well, I think you get the gist of that. So what does it take to make an accessible SVG? We're going to look at the code really quickly. So it's actually very simple. So this is the code. It's like HTML. SVG is like HTML for graphics. And so this is the code. Each shape is an element. And so we have a bunch of lines and we have a bunch of groups, which are grouping elements, like a div or a layer, if you're familiar with Illustrator. And we have a bunch of titles in here. So we have a title. This axis is weekdays. And you can see that it's an axis because we've said here in the metadata that the role of this group is the x-axis. And we have all the different values here. We have Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Down here we have the y-axis. It says the role is the y-axis, and the screen reader says, okay, this part is the y-axis. And we have a label for that. It says hours working on this presentation. And then we have all the numbers. And then we go past a bunch of graphic stuff that is irrelevant to the screen reader, and we get to a key area. We have a group called the data set. The role is data set. Within individual data sets, we have a group that represents a data point. And this data point has a role, has a title, a hidden value that says data value. And the data value here is 8 hours. And we know that because we have this ARIA labeled by, that ties back to the x-axis label of Saturday, it says, okay, this is for Saturday, it's 8 hours. And here, Sunday, 6 hours, etc., etc. And that's all it takes. This is information that's already present when you're making the data visualization. You just have to put a title to hide this information, or rather to encode this information into the image. And you can see here, if I mouse over each of these bars, indeed, that data just presents itself as a tooltip. So that's all I wanted to show you today. I appreciate your attention, and if you're interested in more information about SVG accessibility and want to help us, you can write the W3C SVG Accessibility Task Force. The email is svg-a11y@w3.org. If you want to see more about my experimental screenreader, it's Describler at describler.com. And you can also look at the source on github.org, or rather github.com /shepazoo/Describler. If you want to contact me, you can look on my website, shepers.cc, or you can email me at shepers@w3.org, or doug@w3.org will also reach me. Or you can find me on Twitter at Shepazoo. That's SHEPAZU. I appreciate your time, and I hope this has been fun for you.